Greetings, everyone. I am your host, jvoodoochild, and this is Manor Lords. We are in, well, today's date is late February 2026. We have recently gotten a new beta build introducing level 4 housing for Manor Lords, and this is the kind of first cleanup patch after the initial beta release. So we are version 0.8.061. The original beta was 5.9 and before that 5.0. And I wanted to kind of make a video showcasing the new level 4 housing. And one of the things about Manor Lords that is difficult for me is I am kind of an optimizer. In fact, I'm an extreme optimizer. And in playing that style and thinking about those things, I lose the enjoyment of the splendor of this game. And so the only way to kind of get out of that mindset is to play without any opposition and to play without any kind of negatives as far as roll tax, spoilage, or what have you. And just kind of do a natural progression of what I think, a new starting village would be. And just kind of expand across the map because there's no one else that's going to do anything on the map but me. Different things are going on, like I don't have to use iron at all. So here is a river, clay, and berry login. That's just initially what I found, and we are going to use this as our beginning. So the challenge is just to get a large town. And let's see. Yeah, we don't have the requirements just yet, but so anyway, I just love the river map. It's my favorite. So I'm close to the trade point. Our origin of Voidland is this still super broken. 50%, which gets rounded up. And double berries, and I have rich berries close by. That was another thing. I wanted to have things close by to me. I am going to be doing some kind of optimization things. Actually, hold on one second. I need to go grab my calculator. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, and thanks to my lovely system here and use of two windows, I have to kind of readjust my view. So, I am still going to be thinking about optimizations and that sort of things as far as my planning goes. We have School of Fish, rich berries, rich clay. I'm definitely going to be selling off since I am going Voidland, I'm going to be selling off fish because that's a real big profit margin. Berries I will probably just use as my food source, and then tithing, because I don't have bandits to knock off to get that influence, so I can do the expansion that way. So that's something kind of new I'm going to have to be. I just never tithe. I just always win influence through combat. And then clay, I got a deep surface here. I'm not going to go with the multiple mine origins. So I'm just going to have one mine sitting right here. And whether I just sell off basic clay, or I convert it into roof tiles and then kind of have a major trade for that. Don't know yet. We'll just kind of see how that goes. But as far as fishes go, what I do is I divide the maximum by 1.4% or 1.4, and that will tell me how much where I can set my thresholds to stop fishing, and that's basically 118. And so within the month of May and April, I will want to fish 47 fish. The capacity of the little fishing hut is 50. So I don't have to worry about, running over the amount, even though in these settings I don't have to worry about that at all, because I turned off weather conditions. But just something that I would do for a normal game. And that kind of tells me how close I need to have the granary to that. Things like berries, or particularly rich berries, I'm going to be exceeding the 50 threshold on the berry hut very often. And so I'm going to have the granary much closer to it, because it's going to be, the production here is going to be far greater than with fish. And even for like the 2 important months. The last month, there's 3 cycles of growth with the fish, but the last cycle you don't have to worry about until winter time. So you have like 6 months to fish those out. So, little things like that. Where are the barley? And it's nowhere here. Got a little bit right here. And it does go into this tree line. So I'm going to have like my tavern set up over here. And I got some back here. I got a whole bunch back here. Okay. So this is definitely where my wood's going to be coming out of. All right. Let's see. Ember. Ooh. That's not good. That's exactly where I want my little town to be. All right. Got more patches over here. I mean, I got a whole bunch over here. Wow. I forgot how big this map is. So, over in this corner is going to be major farming. That's going to be down the road. Got a barley patch here. Does that go into the tree line? No. A little bit right here. Alright, so this kind of things to keep up with. But I am going to be building right in here. I've got water turned off, so water's good everywhere. The thing that never made any sense to me at all is, we've got this new community. We've got the tents coming up here, some supplies on the ground. The number one priority for me is finding a fresh water source. That seems natural. So why that isn't a requirement to get people happy, I don't know. So in my casual game, that's the first thing I'm going to do. And since the first thing you lay down is what the ox will go to, we're going to do that first now. Where can we set it up? Not there. So that's where that is. And the rest of the community is going to be based around this point. Now, in a normal game, I would do charcoal. But for this casual game, I'm not. I've got 15. Where is that barley? So I am going to do my usual thing of trying to mark out this barley. Put road along here. All right, with Voidland doubling the capacity of berries, I don't have to worry about berries for maybe the first 2 months. I don't have to worry about fish for the first month. Because 40% growth of 132 is going to be 185. Ooh, what? Right. Did I do that right? Okay. I need to get that down to 118. All right, so that's changed. So I will have to do some fishing up front. All right, so where do I want my first 5 houses? You know what? Am I going to build 5 houses first, or am I going to do the granary and storehouse first? Because I'm 1 log short. That costs 2 itself. Alright, so we have our wood supplies here. And my first question is, do I just want to build no backyard extensions? Which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm not sure about mixing singles and doubles. Is that a rock or a person there? That is a rock there. Stone 120. Let's just do a quick save. All right, 120. All right, you are still at 120. And I've got 6 houses here. All right. We are doing a river, and this is clay berries. Start. All right. There we go. And, you know, I'm not particularly worried about if I get everything done within the first month and all that good stuff. I always play on normal speed. That's why I use the snail as my shield emblem. Let's get this a higher priority. And let's make a road. So yeah, I'm going to waste a whole lot of time moving people over there. Alright, I'm going to get rid of this. So because of the long distance here, I know I'm going to meet my kind of monthly quotas on getting things done. Let's get another ox going. Normally I would do, actually I have money for a horse as well. Not used to that. Now I ran into a problem recently where I had this kind of a plot of 3 and I busted out the center one to save the logs, but kind of reserve the space, and then when I go to rebuild the space, it says I can't build there. Alright, still not quite done on the well. It's kind of meandering back and forth. So who are you talking to, Urk? I guess he's praying to the gods before we have a church. That's a theory I'm going to go by. Alright, so who do we have out here? We have Jorg, we have Schwartz, Linhart, and Franz. Erwin Schwartz. Alright, so first family's going to get signed out here. Jorg. Alright, so last family, or fourth family. Alright, so as soon as that's done, I'm going to put them in there. So all these people should be like right here. And I'm going to set up the logging to get into this tree line here. Like so. And let's get one more person over there. Um, who else is with the fifth person? Alright, got that. Jorg. Franz, Linhart, and Swamp. Alright. And only one person is away. And you are going to get the maintenance supplies. And you are going to wait. Don't understand that, but hey, that's what happens. Alright, hitching post is done before the well. Still don't have a well. Here we go. Fish up the well.
Don't forget to check the level of the foundation.
And now the housing's going to go up. And we got one timber. That's going for the fishing hut once you get some stuff out of here. So I don't know what this patch means. Well, is this a kind of form of road or just a dirt path or just where the water something or other? Maybe I should put the well in there. Yeah, I should have. So when I rebuild stuff, that's where the well's going to go. Alright, so let's start plotting out that little... There that, or you can put the...
Check that doorway's width so that a cart can fit.
I don't know what this thing is, but we're just going to kind of incorporate it into our little city design here.
Have you marked the joist for the
So is this the
already?
marketplace instead? Alright. Yeah, maybe it's the marketplace. Alright, second ox is in town. We got Two of our Burgesses up. We've got the timber. So, let's put the fishing up. Oh, wow. Alright, let's get that up and running. I've got 2 families available.
If I have to spend another winter in Albert's farm, I'll like to freeze me balls off. But it's like summer's coming soon, and soon beats the sun.
Alright, so here's our little pile. That's cornered off.
Come on, laddie.
Alright. Just trying to figure out where I want to put my temporary granary in, or whether it's going to be a permanent spot or not. I guess I can plan this out now. I've got the wood for it. Wow, okay. That's really convenient there. So I like to get the spines of the house. I'm not sure whether that's going to work really well. Yeah. we'll just cut out this house. Oop. P is not for pause in this game. Yeah. Like this. And, you know, just kind of zoom in and watch the action. See the views. I don't think I have day and night cycles going.
Come on, laddie, come on.
I'll have to check on that. In between, you get those kind of turned on to enjoy that aspect of it. Yep, there's the river. This map is kind of flat, so not spectacular, kind of deep views. But strategically, I love it for the bridges and the choke points here. Alright, fish on the fisherman's hut. And let's get 118. And let's get someone in there. Alright, so you're a woodcutter. You're unassigned. And guiding the ox. I think you are the best person out there. Let's see if that drops the ox. Oh no. What were you doing? Transporting water? Oh, there is an ox out there. That's my second ox.
Come on, laddie, come along.
Yep. So you're just bringing the wood to this secondary point here.